cost like $2 million, so that's probably being taken as, or it's probably considered to be a low budget horror movie, but not as low budget as Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity and those kind of movies. So first of all, even though I watch a lot of horror movies and I love them, I am still scared. This has nothing to do with the movie. I mean, kinda. I am still scared to watch them alone at night with the lights off. So I found a way to be able to watch horror movies at night alone, and that is that I leave my lamp on at least. And I did that with this movie, and I'm not sure if it affected it being scary or not being scary. I don't know, but I just can't watch it with the lights off at the moment. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting there, but it's not gonna happen from day to day. So first of all, I was really surprised by some of the actors that are in this movie, and those are Michael Fassbender and Jack O'Connell. And seeing both of these actors was a really nice surprise, especially Jack O'Connell. Like, I think he's a great actor. This is one of his first movies, I think. Maybe he was still filming Skins at the same time. I'm not sure about the timeline, but the character he plays here is, in a way, with the mannerism and all of that, and talking similar to the character he plays in Skins, in some ways, but that isn't a bad thing. I liked actually all of the performances in this movie. So the story itself, there are teenagers involved, but the main characters that we follow is a young couple going on holidays to a lake. So we follow them, and I like that the story is kinda unconventional in some ways, because the movie's victims and attackers and just the horror itself, you know, what the horror comes from, is different than usual, or than usually, and it's more realistic, definitely. It's more real life horrors that we see in this movie. The movie also explores, or it's basically a story about bullying and the dynamics between the people that are in those kind of groups, you know, involved in bullying, on either side of the barricade. So I found that interesting. I do like that a lot about it, and I think, there's also like there's also, you know, maybe the portrayal, even though I didn't actually care for it, I didn't think too much about it, but there is like you can see the moments that I wish that